The truth is coming out. How Congress tries to give credit of every development activity that took place in India's days of infancy. Yet another lie of Congress has been exposed. For several months, Congress leaders have been giving sole credit to the first PM Jawaharlal Nehru towards setting up of Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. HAL has been in the thick of news these past several days, particularly after INC leader Rahul Gandhi had been unleashing false propaganda that the Modi administration would shut down the state-run HAL. He has been crying at the top of his voice that Nehru was the one who had established HAL. Very recently, Congress yet again started spreading false reports that the centre was considering shifting HAL from Bangalore in Karnataka to Andhra Pradesh. Karnataka Deputy CM DK Shivkumar even went on to the extent of saying that the Karnataka Congress government would not allow this under any circumstances, as it kept a sentimental attachment with HAL established by Nehru, though Andhra Pradesh CM denied any such move. But then, amidst DK Shivkumar's stall claims, Mysuru Lok Sabha MP Yaduvir Krishna Datta Chamaraja Wadiyar, who belongs to Mysuru, fact-checked the Deputy CM's claim that former PM Nehru founded HAL and cautioned Karnataka Congress to stop spinning tales and rather honor its real founders. Through a series of posts on X, Wadiyar poo-pooed Shivkumar's claim that Nehru was instrumental in setting up of HAL. MP went on to explain the entire history behind HAL's foundation. He disclosed that HAL is founded in 1940 by Indian industrialist and father of transportation in India, Walchand Hirachand, with support from American businessman and then President of China National Aviation Corporation, William D. Pauly, and the Kingdom of Mysuru. Elaborating, Wadiyar informed Nehru had nothing to do with HAL. William D. Pauly, president of Intercontinent Corp, partnered with China's nationalist government to start CAMCO, assembling Hawk 75 and CW-21 fighters in 1933. In October 1939, Pauly met Walchand Hirachand on a Pan Am Clipper flight to Hong Kong, with the idea of manufacturing aircraft in India was floated. Pauly visited India in July 1940 and obtained a British approval for the said project. However, Walchand's proposal to the shareholders of the Scindia Steam Navigation Company was rejected. Then Walchand reached out to the Indian princely states Baroda, Gwalior, Bhavnagar and Mysuru seeking support. Only the Maharaja of Mysuru, Jaya Chamaraja Wadiyar, agreed. Further, sitting Mysuru MP Wadiyar said, in October 1940, Walchand and Pauly arrived in Bangalore and the Mysuru government under the Maharaja granted 700 acres of land and invested rupees 25 lakh in shares to support the venture. On December 23, 1940 and by mid-January 1941, the first building and runway were ready. Wadiyar continued, the company's first order from the British government of India was for 74 Vultee attack bombers, 30 Harlow PC-5 trainers and 48 Curtiss Hawk fighters to be completed by 1942. On August 29, 1941, the first Harlow trainer was handed over to the government of India. During World War II, the British Indian government paid the Mysuru state a solatium of rupees 12.11 lakh to sterilize its interest. Mysore state became an active partner again in April 1946. On October 1, 1964, the factory was restructured as Hindustan Aeronautics Limited under the Union Defence Ministry. Despite Mysore state's pivotal role, HAL and the Karnataka government barely acknowledged the Maharaja's contribution to its establishment, Wadiyar added. Advising DK Shivkumar not to misrepresent facts to glorify Nehru-Gandhi family, Wadiyar said, instead of misrepresenting facts and glorifying the Nehru-Gandhi family, especially with false claims, the Karnataka government and the Deputy CM should focus on ensuring that HAL is strengthened and given the impetus it requires to become a leader in its sector. Shivkumar should take pride in the fact that HAL was built by Karnataka's leaders and contributes to the progress of Bharat. Hope Wadiyar's powerful words would at least make DK Shivkumar and his boss in Delhi understand facts.